Hey guys, Nick here, and I got some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, some kill confirmed, which I've actually been enjoying a fair amount lately. I've been playing Modern Warfare 3 quite a bit, more than I used to in the last month or so, and I've been enjoying it for the most part. I think Modern Warfare 3 could actually be a really good game if they continue to work on the lag compensation and the spawns. Like, the lag compensation has gotten better, but there's just a few situations that I run into where it's a little iffy. It's like, I'm pretty sure that that guy wasn't around the corner already, and I'm pretty sure I shot him 10 times, and none of the hits registered. But it's not nearly as bad as it used to be, and they are improving it. So I hope they get it to the point where it's just not an issue anymore. So I hope they continue to work on that, and the spawns are getting better, but it's still a little crazy sometimes. You no longer spawn in the exact same spawn as somebody, but people will still spawn a little bit too close to you, and it might be something to do with the maps, but hopefully they'll have that fixed soon and it won't be an issue anymore. But today I thought I'd focus on the good things in Modern Warfare 3 because they did do a lot of things that I really enjoyed and a lot of things that I think were actually really good ideas. And some of those are the weapons. I actually really like the weapons in this game. The SMGs they're usable. A lot of them are really good. I think the MP7 is probably my favorite gun. The PP90, the P90, UMP is not bad. The SMGs are actually pretty good in this game. The assault rifles, they're all fairly balanced. I like the M4 ACR. I like the SCAR, the G36. There's a lot of assault rifles that I really like using, and I think they did a pretty good job with balance in this game. Besides I think the shotguns could still use a bit of a buff, and I think that they still need to work on those FMG akimbos because, yeah, those are kind of crazy. I play in some games sometimes where people are only use me FMG akimbos, and they just run around with steady aim and spray you down with those, and that's really annoying. So, Robert Bulling, if you're listening, work on them FMG akimbos. I prefer if you just couldn't akimbo SMGs or not SMGs, machine pistols. That would just kind of make things a lot easier. But yeah, and I've really come to like the perks in this game. I don't really have a problem with them anymore. I've just kind of thrown Assassin on all my classes, and I don't worry about UAV. And whenever my team has UAV, I just kind of ignore it because, I'm starting to learn the maps and the crazy spawns, and, I can tell where people are without the UAV, and I just kind of learned to ignore it, and then I save myself from dying from people with Assassin. And really, I've learned to get around the UAV spam. Assassin, you don't really have to give up much, and it is kind of annoying that you have to use it, but it doesn't really bother me all that much anymore. It's just kind of something I expect. And I never really liked UAV spam before, like in Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, Black Ops even. They all had a lot of UAV spam, and I like to run into the enemy spawn, and that doesn't work well with UAV spam, so I don't really have a whole lot of a problem with the UAV spam in this game. I've kind of learned to live with it. Another thing I really like is the fact that the kill streaks reset. This is something that I wish they had done earlier because, in Call of Duty it's always been, oh, I got my last kill streak, now I'm going to go purposely die so I can get some more kill streaks. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. Now if you're like, in an area where you're just getting a ton of kills, then you can continue getting a ton of kills and that will add towards your kill streak. Like a lot of times in MW3, I'd get like a chopper gunner, but then I'd be in their spawn, and I'd be like, oh, well, I just got like 5 more kills. If my kill streaks had reset, I would have got another Predator missile and more kill streaks. Although I wish they had made it so that you could have more than one of a single kill streak. Like if I get a Predator missile and I don't use it, and then I get another Predator missile, my first Predator missile disappears. And I wish they had fixed that or hadn't made the game like that, because I don't know, I'd like to have some kill streaks stack up sometimes, because sometimes you're just kind of in an area where you can get a bunch of kills and you don't feel like using your kill streak, and then I don't know, it just kind of goes away. The specialist kill streak setup is something that I really enjoy. I think that was a great idea, and I wish that somebody had implemented that sooner. I think it's really cool how you get all the proficiencies, all the perks. It makes you more gun on gun, And yeah, I really enjoyed that feature. Specialist is a lot of fun, and I really like that in this game. I think the proficiencies was a pretty cool idea because, you know, you can kind of specialize yourself more, and you have to put more thought into things. Like on SMGs, when I silence an SMG, I tend to put on range so that you can kind of like cancel out the range that's lost from silencer. But when I don't silence an SMG, like if I were to use the MP7 with MP7 with extended mags, then I'd throw in like kick or focus or something like that, and that's pretty cool. I like having that. I think that the prestige shop was a pretty cool idea. It makes it easier to prestige. You don't have to worry about, you know, not having your favorite gun or whatever, or your favorite perk. If there's that one gun that you really like using or that one perk you really like using that's unlocked at a really high level, you don't really have to worry about losing those because of the unlock gear feature in the prestige shop. So I think that was pretty cool. I like kill confirmed because I didn't really have that much of a problem with team deathmatch before. It's just that it always ended whenever I was like on a good kill streak, and kill confirmed, you know, they last a little bit longer, and I like it. So anyways, that's the end of the game, guys. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you'd like to see some more stuff, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Just run away after getting that kill.